fresh this time around. With me, I have KMilly132 Kev, and we also have Wex joining us today, thankfully. Maybe this time we don't have to carry the conversation, Wex, about blondes or brunettes. Maybe this time Kevin can do some input and not, ditch us. But anyway,
you purposely started it after I left, the absolute black, because you knew you were wrong and you wouldn't get any pushback on the matter. So
no, I have a trump card this time, so don't even try me. Anyway. Thank you guys for listening in. So we have a brand new season of the NDA coming up for you guys. We have some new coaches, we have some new rule sets, and we have some new teams that were just fully drafted. So we're going to go through all of that, and then we're going to, by the time this is released, you'll have the schedule already. So we'll talk about everything that I just mentioned, and let's get into it. So I think first things first, new season hype. This is...
It feels like it's been a while, no? Feels like it's been a while.
Like the off-season.
We had off-season.
Yeah, it was a long off season. It was a long off season. It was like a 6 weeks, like mini season, essentially.
It was needed. It was needed. We all needed a bit of a break.
Yeah, for sure. Now, like summer's here, we got a little more time, put a little more effort into these podcasts for y'all. But
I mean, we did make an unreleased one that was not great. I'm not gonna lie, but oh well. And my timer is going off.
Who's quacking, bro? Come on.
All right.
Jesus.
High quality production.
It's Quaxley. It's Quaxley. All right.
Facts. Speaking of Quaxley, this is the last season of Sword and Shield Draft League because Scarlet Violet is on the horizon. So.
Okay, hold on. What the hell does that have to do with Quaxley?
Because Scarlet and Violet is on the horizon. That's why.
What's Quaxley like? What does that mean?
Well. It's one of the new starters. What do you mean?
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Listen.
Bro's been living under a rock for real.
Yeah, facts. How do you not know who fucking Quack? It's like saying you don't know who was. I almost said, what the hell is White Coco? White Coco's a legend of the game already.
Sprigatito can go die because it's going to be the new Incineroar. No, and I already don't like it.
If you like Sprigatito, bro, don't ever watch our podcast. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm just gonna sit here and nod because
You actually haven't looked at the starters?
Anyway, so new season hype.
What kind of Pokemon fan are you, man? Jesus
we have
Christ.
a new weird rule set that I think needs an explanation because it did trip up some of our members.
A little bit.
Some.
Yeah.
So, essentially, we didn't know what to do. Like, obviously, you can't. The current rule set for competitive is 2 restricteds. If you've been watching all the regionals and stuff going on, but in Draft League, you can't really do 2 restricteds. There's not that many of them. There's not that many good ones compared to, like, some of them are really bad. Like, if you get normal Calyrex or like Mewtwo or something, you're just at like a complete disadvantage. So, yeah, we decided to how do we?
Pokemon's a fire croc poke? Oh, that's pretty tough.
Oh my!
This dude looks awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Welcome to 2022, Justin. It's nice to have you here.
Yeah. Oh wait, are these the? Oh, these are predictions. Okay. Continue.
Anyway, hopefully we get some evolutions tomorrow. There's new Scarlet Violet news. But anyway, back to the rules. We were thinking, how do we, send away Sword and Shield competitive with a bang? So we're throwing it back a bit. We're going back to the original decks essentially. Back in the first season of NDA where we didn't do podcasts. When did we start podcast? Season 3? Season 4? Season 3, right?
Yeah, Season 3, I think.
Yeah, because we started off with writing Game of the Weeks, and then we transitioned to podcast.
Yeah. So throwing back to Season 1, which you guys are not familiar with if you watch the podcast, but basically no restricted, no Isle of Armor mons, no Crown Tundra mons, with a couple exceptions that I guess we didn't make abundantly clear to some. We are not allowing Blastoise and Venusaur, who I guess technically were DLC. They were DLC. But since Charizard was in the original, we're like, screw it, we'll add Venusaur and Blastoise. But their G-Max forms cannot have their hidden abilities. We wanted to ban Solar Power, and Chlorophyll. Blastoise kind of gets screwed, but G-Max Blastoise and Rain Dish, like, you don't set the rain anyway, so like it doesn't really matter. And also the Galarian fossils and the Galarian starters do not have their hidden abilities. No Sandrush Dracovish, no Grassy Glide, Grassy Terrain Rillaboom. And finally, I think the only other thing was we banned Incin. Get that? So we are all so tired of Incineroar. So just get rid of the entire line. One of our coaches was not happy with that decision. It caused a little scene, but we've moved past it. We have completed the draft. But yeah, we'll be playing on Showdown 2022. Like all the rule, like we're just kind of limiting ourselves, I guess, more than anything. And without further ado, I'm excited. Teams have been drafted. Draft went actually pretty fast, and I didn't think it was going to be how it was going. It looked like it was going to be really slow, but we got there in the end.
The Larens picked up a lot.
Oh. Yeah, I may or may not have been the cause of some of the delay, but it's fine.
Man's just refused to fucking pick at one point.
No, I was watching the Champions League final, dude. All right, chill. There's good reason. But
it was a boring final, to be fair.
We did have a draft, and the draft order went as follows. It was Riolu, Will, Wex, Ryder, Griffin, Germ, a newest addition, your boy. That's not me saying someone else. That's literally his name is your boy. Gummy, myself, Swamp, another new addition, Quirts, Mao, Kev, and Mac. So that is the list of people who drafted. So we have 14 in the league, and we have 14 teams to talk through. So let's just jump right into that.
Well, real quick, I want to say Wexy was our returning champion, and he got to pick his draft spot in third. What made you pick third, Wexy?
I mean, last season, won the draft league, of course, picked from third, so... and I think, Justin, did you pick from third when you won? I feel like someone else picked from third when they won, so I think third is the lucky spot, really.
Yeah, no, I picked third after I won because I was able to pick my spot. And then you were second and drafted Whimsicott before I did.
Oh well, that's funny.
I fell to my knees in a Walmart, so.
I saw a guy actually fall to his knees in a Walmart, actually thinking about it. I've been you.
It was probably me, yeah. I was over in Ireland.
Yeah. And
we have Walmart in Ireland?
Oh, of course we don't. No.
Okay, I was gonna say.
No.
You guys have like a Tesco or something?
Yeah, Tesco.
Yeah.
It's similar.
See, I'm cultured.
No, yeah, because I wanted to go third because I was like, I have a few things I wanted to draft, but I wasn't really sure. So I was like, whoever goes the top three. It actually turned out that the top three picks, all of us were backups for each other. So that's pretty funny. Top three were Indeedee female, Whimsicott, and Lapras. Lapras was Will's backup for if he didn't get Whimsicott. Whimsicott was my backup if I didn't get Indeedee was my backup if I didn't get Lapras, and Riolu said he would have picked either of the two either. So top three were going to be the same anyway.
I felt bad for Gummy, man. Gummy finished in the bottom half, the bottom four of the previous season. Got to pick his draft spot. Obviously not safe from our pick'ems winners. And Mans boldly went first, and Riolu said, "Nah, mate."
Back in line, middle of the line.
Yeah, that was when I pulled Riolu's draft spot at 8th, and I was like, "Oh God, whoever he switches to is going to be fuming." They're in the middle of the pack. Like, it's just the worst spot to get when you're going to swap. So bad.
But we can talk about Gummy's team in a little bit, but yeah, I feel like we can just go over all the teams.
Yeah, I just want to mention before we do go over the teams, we are still in grace period, which is a 24-hour period where you can pick up and drop however many mons as you want before it starts adding to your transaction total for the season, which is 4. You're limited to 4 pickups and drops throughout the entire season. Those and trades are unlimited. But yeah, so you're limited after grace period ends, which by the time of recording, it's now 12:36 Eastern time. So you got about another 12 hours from now until it ends. So these lineups that we'll be talking about are just based off of what we have so far, and these are going to include all the transactions that have happened up until my recent transactions, which we'll talk about in just a moment. But first, with that all being said, I think it's fair that we talk about Kev's team first.
We jumping straight into the boys. All right.
This is the worst. That's what they say, right?
No. I'm very happy with my team. I'm excited to use a bunch of things. Some of it I've used, like Mr. Rhyme, throwing it back to season 1. But most of it I haven't actually used in Draft League, so I'm quite excited. Once again, if our viewers are familiar with the current meta, most teams either have an Incineroar or a Grimmsnarl or both. So when I drafted 13th, I saw it still sitting there, and I was like, I didn't really know what I wanted. But Grimmsnarl is just, I like its versatility. It's kind of funny that it's one of the best support Pokemon, obviously, with Prankster, but its best two stats are its physical attack and special attack. So, I like it as an offensive weapon, of course. Like, people get in it's Draft League, man. Anything can happen. Like, I can catch people off guard with offensive Grimmsnarl, but it's screen support and speed. When the only Tailwind setter is Whimsicott, Grimmsnarl speed control with Thunder Wave, Scary Face, and like tricking items onto things is really undervalued, I think. Maybe in Draft League, not in the current meta, but so I just went with something safe, and then I got Durant. I feel like people forget how good Durant was back in the day, like back in the early seasons. 109 speed with like one something attack stat, and hustle, man. Hustle as a max ability is really, really good. People, I think, forget how hard Durant hits, and it has a great typing. Like, it only has one weakness. Obviously, it's a 4x weakness, but I play around it a bit. I have Heat more with Flash Fire. I have a Barraskewda, a water type, to help with Durant.
Reuniclus with Overcoat.
Say again?
Reuniclus with Overcoat.
True. Reuniclus is... I like the magic... my thought process when I picked Reuniclus was Magic Guard.
Oh,
it's
okay.
Magic Guard Life Orb. You don't take any damage from Life Orb, and it has like 130 special attack or something stupid like that. I pair it next to Riolu, get up Trick Room for free with the copycat shenanigans, and Reuniclus has great coverage and great special attack with Life Orb, Magic Guard. Barraskewda, it is a Swift Swim mon, but with 136 speed in this format, and you don't really need it. Its other ability is Propeller Tail, which people forget ignores redirection, so I don't have to deal with any of the follow me shenanigans if I have Barraskewda on the field, which is really nice. And it has crazy coverage as a Maxmon, hits really hard. Mr. Rhyme was drafted specifically to counter Wext. I am not dealing with screens with Gmax Lapras. Screw that. Spoilers. And the rest of the team is kind of just coverage options. Other than Riolu, I picked Riolu pretty early. I think Prankster coaching and Prankster copycat shenanigans is going to be really good for my team. I have a lot like Durant with coaching or Barraskewda with coaching is going to hit like a friggin' truck, man. So, the rest is coverage options. Excited about Gourgeist because I can use any of the forms. Like, it says on the dock right now that Gourgeist has 99 speed, but that's the slow form. Like, I could use the really bulky big one as well, and run Trick Room shenanigans as well with like Will-O-Wisp and Hex and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think I like the versatility. I like the squad I drafted this year. It's a little different than I normally do.
I am a fan of it.
I like that. It does sound lethal. A lot of stuff that I wasn't really thinking about when I was picking my squad. I was kind of just like, ooh, fun, and then picked it. So, I don't know. But, I mean, this team's definitely going to be an issue. I think the biggest problem is the lack, I'm not going to say lack of support, but it's just no definite support option, right? Like, you have Grimmsnarl, but you could also go very offensive with it. I mean, outside of like your B tier, like your top 2 tiers, S and A, it's like, yeah, Grimmsnarl is your best support at that point, but it's like, that's not, I mean, it's great support, but it's like, I don't know. I would have liked to have like for example, Sableye for Ryder. We'll talk about that. Sableye, great support mod. You know, that's like can be really good. You know, for Mac you have Clefairy, great support mod. Like these are mods that are specifically designed to support. And I feel like that knowing that it's a little bit not easier for us to prepare for, but easier for you to decide because you can do so many different things with your mods. Like Grimmsnarl, you can make it offensive, but then if it gets too hit by, let's say, a Max Steel Spike or whatever, it's like, well, now it's like, where's your support coming from, right? If you do go offensive, where's the support? I mean, you're gonna go Riolu for copycat, like for what? You're coaching. I mean,
coaching, helping hand stuff.
Yeah, but just if you run anything with like two hit, like
Grimmsnarl, offensive Grimmsnarl is very situational, like very, very situational. Grimmsnarl is an elite support Pokemon, and that is why it's an S tier. I mean, the bulk it offers with screens, it offers fake tiers, it offers speed control, it offers so many things, and I don't feel. I mean, I guess that is your opinion. I don't think I'm lacking support, but we shall see. I guess maybe you prove me wrong, and I make some transactions throughout the season. We shall see. I don't know. But that's enough about my team. I rambled on for a bit. We can move on to our fellow admin and owner of the league, Ryder. What are you guys thinking about Ryder? Lex, what do you think about Ryder's team?
I mean, Ryder didn't draft a lot of, like, he drafted Dragapult early, but after that he kind of left his SNAs a bit, like Ferrothorn and Darmanitan were his last two picks in SNA here. And he just drafted low, like drafted Morpeko early, drafting Slurpuff early just in one more sniff. So, you know, have to get that in there. Overall, like, I'm not really sure what way he's going for. What he's going for, really. Like, he drafted a lot of mods he's familiar with like Sableye, like he's used Sableye, the past 3 seasons at this point. He loves that Pokemon so much. And to be fair, it is a really good support. Prankster gets Quash.
It just finished second in the last regional with Quash Ally Switch. It freaking Quash and Ally Switch, man. That's so toxic.
That is. I mean, obviously it's Ryder, so I obviously don't doubt his ability to do anything. Like, Dharma's really hard hitting. Ferrothorn is interesting, but considering there's not really much of a way to stop him from just getting fire attacks. Like, I know you, like with Kev, he has Heat more to stop the Durant getting hit, but Ferrothorn doesn't really have much with him to help him out in that regard. But no, Dragapult is probably one. Like, we haven't seen Dragapult being used that great in the last few seasons because it's just weaker with Max. Or without Max.
You're saying Dragapult's it's better with Max for sure. In this format, with a lot of the restricteds gone.
I mixed myself up. I said last few seasons with Max. But yeah, so it could make a comeback. Like early on in the seasons, it used to be top 2 picks. So then it was Dragapult and Togekiss all the time. But no, so it's going to be very interesting what Ryder does with it. But I'm a bit confused on what direction he's going to go.
Yeah, I feel like that's usually the story with Ryder. Like, he drafts a team, and we don't see the picture right away. And then he starts playing people, and we're like, "Oh crap, it's Ryder. we're screwed. We're all screwed."
Who saw the Sylveon Hypervoice shenanigans coming last season? I didn't really. And to be honest, I'm not sure if Ryder even did. I think Ryder saw what Riolu was doing with Trample last season and went, "Oh wait, I can do that." And fucking hell, nearly worked. Nearly worked. But I'm very interested. So, or not Kev, you were talking about Justin. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good team. There's a lot of different avenues he can go. I think my only issue is the lack of special attack on the team. Like, you have Dragapult that can go special, of course. But then where else are you getting it from? More Pico? I mean, Ice Cube? Yeah. I mean, it's just...
His next best is, like, on Pheasant.
Yeah, and... It's just what I'm trying to say is I feel like it's lacking in that area. I would have liked to see maybe Darmanitan switch out to maybe a more special Mon in A tier, just to have that sort of coverage because Gallade is not going to go special usually.
To be fair to him, I believe it was a snipe pick.
Yeah.
He like his ST. Everyone wanted Arcanine apparently.
Yeah.
So his next fire option, I guess he decided to go with Darm.
I mean,
I don't even know if he is too satisfied with it because it's a snipe pick, but
he could have gone.
I don't know. I just feel like he's lacking the special attack. That's all.
I can see that.
I think he sees it as well, but it's where he can probably work around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Morpeko. Just a quick shout out before we move on. I think Morpeko is a very good value pick in B tier. It's a pretty fast fake out electric support like Erie Impulse, Nuzzle, and Parting Shot as well. Could be a cool tech.
Ryder does love himself a little cheeky Pikachu clone.
Yeah, he's a little rat.
Like with Togedemaru, like before, he has more pick this season. He's had Raichu in the past, like, and of course,
mascots are Raichu.
It's his mascot, like, as well. So I think there's a bit of bias in that regard. Like, I have to have one of the rats on my team. So, yeah, very interesting.
All right, Lexi, bring us into the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, this before you say anything, this team is freaking nasty, man. God damn.
Yeah.
I don't like this team.
This is one of my favorite teams I've ever drafted. There's a lot of things I can do with it. Start off by drafting Lapras, which, you know,
we should have banned it.
making its comeback. Justin, you know exactly what it's
G-Max specifically.
G-Max Lapras, setting up them screens left, right, and center.
And you're turning Justin on. Settle down. Don't talk like that.
Then,
yeah, hold on. I gotta go real quick. Just need like 20 seconds.
There's a lot I can do with this team. I drafted Raichu, obviously, for the I can put. Also, something I unintentionally did for some of these things. I've drafted a lot of fake out. I have Raichu, Ludicolo, Salk, I think, or Meowstic gets fake out.
No,
I think.
just Meowstic. You get 3.
There's 3, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking at someone else instead of Salk. And they might get fake out. So I might potentially have 4 fake out mons on my team. But I've drafted a small bit of support. Like Arcanine can double up as a support mon with its debuffs.
Do you need support? Do you need support with Intimidate, Snarl, Arcanine, and dual screens from Lapras? Fake out, Nuzzle, shenanigans from Raichu? Do you really need support, Wex?
And then
that's what I want to know.
I mean, for my last A tier, I can just go look at your Indeedys and your Clefairies, Clefables, and look at, like, oh, look, what you're going to do, follow me. No. Stalwart, Duraludon. Yeah, I'm just going to ignore your redirection. I really like this team. As well, when Lapras sets up the rain, I've Ludicolo in dish. You can dance around the place. We missed the Uli Ludicolos this season.
You got Trapping Dugtrio.
Trapping Dugtrio.
Trick Room, Tailwind, Sigilyph, Redirection, Togepi. I'm not happy. I can't lie. Who let him draft this team?
I'm really happy with this team. I'm really happy. There's a lot. The only thing I'm struggling with this season is deciding what I'm going to use each game because I have a lot to pick from. I know it's a first world problem.
What an issue, man! God,
it's a first world problem.
Imagine having options.
But I mean, it's something I'm not really used to. I'm not going to lie. A lot of my teams in the past have been one-dimensional, and then when I've tried to stray away from basics, I kind of fuck up a bit. Like last season, I know I won with Dracovish Whims, but it was
either Dracovish Whims or Entei Whims every week. Man. Shoved it down our throats.
This season, you're just gonna see Lapras, Raichu, or Arcanine Lapras. Oh, you're just gonna see everything.
You grew button clicker disease. It's fucking contagious. It's an issue in this league, man.
Whoa. Just because he's using Lapras G-Max doesn't mean it's button clicker. He doesn't have win.
Yours was worse. Lapras Whimsicott.
Yeah, no, I didn't have to think. I just had to be like, this is a funny moveset I could use. Let's just do this. And it worked.
Oh, what do you think was more annoying? That Lapras set where Justin just clicked Tailwind, whatever else? Or last season when I was able to click Encore and everything? Like...
Oh, dude. Encore out of Dynamax was just toxic.
I'm so fucking glad I spotted that Encore was like a thing. I was like, wait a second, I can just use this. And then week 1 against Justin, I was like, okay, I'm going to win this league.
Yeah, it's not fun. Not fun.
No, imagine if I started using Encore.
Hey,
imagine how bad I
was. This season, bro. Meowstic gets it.
Meowstic should get it, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I know. I know.
It's just with Max, it's a bit less of a problem. Like,
Yeah, that's the only issue right there. But I mean, honestly, not that much of an issue.
no. But yeah, I'm happy with my team. I want to see.
Yeah, I fucking would be. God damn.
One thing I am annoyed about though, I guess I can spoil because you're going to see the schedule. I don't play Kev, and I feel like I could have, like in regular season anyway. I don't play Kev, and this could have been the season that I beat Kev. Once.
Yeah, wait, I might drop Mr. Rhyme now. I don't need to play you. I don't need screen cleaner. I'll just pick him up late in the season again if I need it.
Then I'll just pick him up. I'll pick him up out of spite. I'll just pick him up out of spite. But no, he'll just sit on my bench and motivate, just like, yeah, fuck you. But no, I'm very happy with my team. From one admin, from one podcast host to another. Justin, what's for your team?
Yeah, I'll talk about my team, but I just want to say one thing about your team real quick. You have a lack of trick room options here. There is literally none.
In prison, Sigalith, baby.
In prison, Sigalith.
Or Meowstick, and Meowstick.
Yeah.
They both get it.
Yep.
Okay, sure, but I don't know. A taunt kind of mitigates any sort of shenanigans like that. But anyway, it's just like you really don't have anything that's slow enough. If someone does set up Trick Room, obviously you can counter it with Imprison. Whoa. But your slowest mon that's like of any significance is Lapras at 60 base speed.
Yo, don't sleep on Hustle Togepi, bro. Dynamax Hustle Togepi.
Wax, if you do that, I'll give you $5.
I'll give you 20.
I'm writing it down.
Give you a tenner. No, but just like you do have a lack of like slow options for a Trick Room possibility. So I mean, that's just something to keep in mind. I mean, you can counter it, but I mean, yeah, that's the only thing. But yeah, so to my team then, I like my team. I like my team. I'm not, the biggest fan. I mean, I'm using some things that I've used before, but I'm also using things that I haven't used before. One thing that I haven't used before is Gmax Blastoise. Really looking forward to using Gmax Cannonade to get a lot of chip down with the that move and its ability.
Blastoise is a sleeper, man. But people don't put respect on Blastoise's name like they do Venusaur Charizard.
Yeah, because he is bulky. He is a very bulky guy, and you can make him very bulky. And he has good special attack. You could also go physical as well. You don't know what he's going to bring that week.
He also is like, it's also like a 50-50 every week if you're gonna max and go for the Cannonade strats. Or like Blastoise gets Fake Out, Yawn, freaking Water Spout. Like, you can just click Water Spout one week. Like, Blastoise gets so many different things, man. Like, it's so good in Draft League because of its different dimensions. Like, the only thing lacking is it's got a middle speed tier, but like if you can like set it up bulk wise, it could just click buttons and really harass people. I really like Blastoise.
Blastoise I feel like is definitely a great pickup by me. Meowstic pairing next to it I think is also really good to mitigate the speed tier. I mean, I could T-Wave things. I could also set up Trick Room if I needed to. I mean, I could go like Iron Ball or something like that.
Yeah, it gets Trick or Switcheroo. You could trick Iron Ball onto different things to control speed.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I there's a lot of options there. Obviously, I can pair Blastoise with Togedemaru. With the Lightning Rod ability, I think that's a pretty solid foundation there. Dowmise, I feel like, is really good for me. It's one of the transactions that I did before we started the podcast. I feel like it's very strong and it can do a lot of things, especially in Trick Room, if I so choose to set it up.
Why were those transactions necessary, Justin?
Because I did not read the rules and I didn't know fossils did not get their hidden abilities. So I was like, oh, that's cool. I can just take Abomasnow Arctozolt again and just run through everything. That sounds like a fun time. And now I can max. That would be pretty cool. Not realizing that Arctozolt does not get Slush Rush because it's a hidden ability, and for whatever reason, we're banning hidden abilities from fossils.
They didn't get their hidden abilities until Isle of Armor. Like, they didn't have... Like, since we're throwing it back, and there's a limited dex, like they didn't get their hidden abilities yet, so that's why the Galar starters don't have their hidden abilities either. They weren't allowed, so that is the only reason.
Yeah, I'm not a fan, but I did keep Arctazol because I do think there's a lot of value there. He's still very strong. It's gonna be more situational than it would be just like throwing in my Abomasnow. I'll be like, all right, have fun, and just clicking buttons with Bolt Beak. Not gonna be the same anymore. Aromatisse, Trick Room setup, a Ductriolola, just a strong.
I think I showed pretty well how offensive Ductriolola can be.
I mean, you just go like max attack, max speed,
focus sash, that thing.
And yeah, I mean it does a lot of damage. Rapidash Galar, low key, a big sleeper. I mean, you can set up Trick Room, you can do a bunch of things, but it's also a very strong attack stat, especially for a C tier. So if you really need to max something, I mean, that could be a decent max.
It's a very good C tier matchup dependent. Like, I really am enjoying your C tiers. Rapidash, fast and offensive, and in the right matchup can do big things.
Yeah. And then Quagsire and Piloswine. A lot of ground types I'm just noticing, but I think it's fine because it's paired with different typings that make it like less bad.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna get run through by a water type, for example, because Quagsire has Water Absorb, and it's a water type, so it's not really going to take that much damage. I'm not going to get run through by a grass type because Ductriolola is Steel, right? So there's different things that will mitigate the others. So for that reason, I thought it was valuable. But yeah, so it's just and also to pair it with Blastoise Gmax. I mean, I think it's just a smart idea to have decent ground type coverage for the possibility of electric being used against me. I think, and then also having Turtonator as something to switch into a grass type move.
Yeah,
as well
like Togedemaru gets rid of electric, and Turtonator is a 4x resistance to grass, so it's like it's really good synergies with Blastoise.
Yeah, so I thought it was still valuable. But yeah, I do like my team. I just got to figure out what's going to be the best way to use it for each week, and then go from there. But I mean, there's a lot I can do here. There's a lot of different options I can go. I can go speed. I can go Trick Room. I can go, just like double Fake Out if I really want to. Just things like that. So it's going to be fun using it for the season, and we'll see what happens. I'm optimistic, I guess.
Of course, as you should be. It was a very decent draft.
You're never optimistic, let's be honest.
Yeah, but like, yeah.
He's optimistic until he'll miss a Hydro Pump. He'll miss a T-Wave. A Poltergeist. Someone will get double parried. He's optimistic until he gets.
So week one. So week one.
Until he gets screwed over for the game. Yeah. How much fun is that?
Week one.
Yeah, essentially.
Well, I get absolutely fisted. Yeah.
Justin is prone to a fist when it comes to the RNG gods. The RNG gods love to clench up against Justin.
So I never heard him complain about fisting.
Anyway, let's move on to the Mac Attack. Mac Attack is back for this season. He is a busy man. He is a grown-ass adult with a child, but couldn't resist coming back for the final season of Sword and Shield Draft League. Drafted the Follow Me Belly Drum Snorlax shenanigans. I don't think anyone is looking forward to playing that. Friend Guard, Clefairy, redirecting those attacks from Snorlax is scary if you can't ignore the redirection like me and Wex can.
Someone's dad,
It is someone's dad, He also has a little Rain Core. He's got your Pelipper Seismitoad, Justin. Your famous combo of.
It's not bad. I mean, what would have been better if you paired your Barraskewda with a cheeky little Pelipper.
It doesn't need Rain, bro. It's got 135 speed. It's already. It's good. It's good. Who needs?
It's only outsped by Dragon Ball, is it? This format.
And Ninjask.
Oh yeah. How about Ninja?
160 speed from the man Germ.
Stupid.
But Justin, what was your nicknames for Pelipper and Seismitoad? They're not coming to me.
Ooh. Well, okay, so Seismitoad was Ketchup. So it's like ketchup, but with a lisp. And then Pelipper, Michael Pelps.
Jesus Christ. Iconic NDA moments.
Like Ketchup. Ketchup's really funny.
Little cheeky synergy here. He's got Mr. Mime and Drifblim. You can Ice Shard into Weakness Policy, Unburden Drifblim. Very, very scary. If you see Mr. Mime and Drifblim in front of you,
no, we should have told him. We should have told him he should do that into Appleton. That definitely would be okay.
Yeah, Ice Shard Appleton, 100%.
Ice Shard Appleton, he gets a plus 6 special attack boost.
And then do it again. And then maybe it dies.
And he rounds off the team with Clang. Clang gets like Trick Room, I think. That's like a thing.
Yeah,
I don't really know what else it does.
It does. I remember Kling Clang used to get it back in the day.
Yeah, and Morgrim is just baby Grimmsnarl. It's always drafted in C tier. It offers good support.
It's a champion. It's a champion, man.
I was surprised it dropped so far. I thought someone was going to pick it up a lot quicker than it was picked up.
Yeah, it's always taken, man. It's just good value as support in C tier.
Yeah, if I didn't have Meowstic, I was definitely grabbing Morgrim in like round 4.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to take that immediately.
I was looking at Mystic Female. I know it doesn't have Prankster, but it's actually okay from what I was looking at. It's pretty.
It just has underwhelming stats other than speed.
Yeah, I was like, it's okay. Like a lot of support mons were like left alone for ages. Like Kev, you got Throw really late.
I like Throw for my Trick Room option, the wide guard support, and a couple other things it could do. Throw is a little underrated, but yeah, for sure. Bert and Ernie, man, we got Bert and Ernie, Wex.
Bert and Ernie, have to love it.
Which
one's which?
I think we can go on to the next team, the best team drafted in my opinion, just because of the one certain mod in B tier.
Fuck off.
It has 10 good mons on the team.
No, easy. It's got one great mon. Yeah, 10 good mons and one fantastic mon. I do agree.
Yeah, Fat Ditto is extremely good. I do enjoy it.
He's got Fat Ditto and Normal Ditto. That's a relationship right there. He kind of has a similar team to you, Justin, with a support Prankstermon and a Blastoise. A little. I
inspire greatness. What can I say?
You do. He's got Follow Me, Fat Ditto, non-Libero Cinderace, but those max fireballs that are like 160 base power or something retarded is its value in A tier. Honestly, maybe it could have been S tier. And I forgot that their max moves are busted.
Oh yeah, no, it's strong, but when you have the opposite version of Cinderace and Blastoise, it makes it easy. It's easy.
Special Cinderace with Electro Ball.
That ain't killing Blastoise.
Do y'all remember?
Even Libero would be able to kill it. Let's be honest here. You won't even get it to half, Libero.
Remember the April Fool's sprite for Cinderace G-Max, or just a rabbit on top of a bottle of Fireball?
I love them. I love Cinderace.
I wish there's an option to bring back all the April Fool's sprites, because they were hilarious.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
I love them. I'm just looking at this team. He has 5 of the 11 monsters that I had in Season 3. Blastoise, Clefable, Runerigus, Ditto, and Klinklang. I was like, what the fuck? I was looking at it.
He was looking back at old series rules and looking at the team sheets and was like, what, this team,
I know it ended up, what did I finish, like 10th that season?
That was your comeback arc.
Yeah, we had like, what was that? I finished 8th.
Redemption.
I finished 8th.
Yeah.
Right. Then
we got swiftly exited from the postseason.
Don't talk shit about that team. That team was I love that team. That bronze song was lit that I had as well.
It was alright.
Nah, sure. No, I do like.
He's got a lovely Swoobat in this tier. Absolute brilliant support Pokemon.
Oh, sucks.
It was actually kind of funny when he drafted it because I was talking to Will and Will was gonna draft Swoobat again or Xatu for the Trick Room Tailwind shenanigans like like you have with Sigilif. Will was talking about it, and then when he drafted it, Germ said it was a snipe because Germ wanted it. I was living life, dude. People were showing love to the Swoobat.
I think Swoobat and Arcanine were the two most heavily sniped things. This.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, rightfully so, right? Like two of the best mons in the format, 100%. So.
I do like his team.
He sniped my Seeking, bro. He sniped my Seeking. I was Seeking with Lightning Rod to support Barraskewda and also Swift Swim with Bears. Like I could run it either way. I thought that was going to be value in C tier for myself, but he sniped it. I was very sad.
Like Blastoise Shell Smash is going to be difficult to stop.
Dude, I didn't even talk about Shell Smash with Justin. Dude, Blastoise has so many options.
This is a lot. And paired up Grimmsnar's Speed Control, Clefable Follow Me. This team has a lot going for it. I actually really like this team. Ditto's always fun. Always.
Ditto's always niche. Very niche.
I think Kling Klang is good, but he doesn't really have a really hard hitting steel type, which could be a bit whatever.
Hard hitting steel types are hard to come by, man. Like, there's very few.
A lot of people don't have one, but like he had.
Me and Germ.
Fantastic.
Me and Germ secured the hardest hitting steel types with Excadrill, Durant. After that, you're looking at like probably Duraludon, and then it falls off from there too.
Yeah.
Dugtriolola, guys. Dugtriolola.
I do like it, to be fair.
Court's got Corviknight, who I'll be interested to see someone use Corviknight that isn't Mr. E for once. Yeah.
Oh, I miss Mr. E.
Alright. But yeah, overall, good team.
I do like to see him.
And Justin, talk to us about Gummy's half Sun team.
Yeah, no, Torkoal, Venusaur, I mean, that's obviously going to be a big thing. Depending on how he wants to use the Sun. Obviously, you can just counter it by using a Prankster Mon or anything that's like super fast and set up your own Rain or Hail or whatever.
I would say Venusaur hits like 290 speed at max speed in Sun. It is a demon.
It's a fast boy. It is a fast boy.
Not all pranks. I think Justin, you have the only Prankster Mon that gets Rain Dance.
I know. Look at that.
Grimmsnarl, Whimsicott don't get it. I don't think. Whimsicott only gets Sunny Day.
Huh.
So yeah, you gotta really watch out for that Sun Squad.
Yeah.
Them sleep. He lands them sleep powders, man.
Sableye get Rain Dance?
Oh yeah, Sableye gets it as well. That is a good shout, Lexi.
Yeah, I just remember it for
good shout
from Ryder last season.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, and then he has Braviary, which is actually a very good Max Mon.
Airstream's gonna hit hard.
Up, get some speed control. Haxorus is no slouch either. Strong attack stat. So Valley can be literally anything you want it to. Gives you a lot of options. Jolteon, very fast but very one-dimensional. You can go a little supported,
Max Electric, Max
but it's really
Hyper
just going to
Beam.
Max Electric something if you see it out. And it doesn't necessarily pair well if Venusaur's out, because if you have Sleep Powder as a move and you go for a Max Electric, well, now you have Electric Terrain up. Guess what you can't do? You can't sleep them, right? So it's just going to be, unless they're obviously not affected by terrain. Obviously. But yeah, I mean it's a decent team. It's a decent team. I like it. Not my favorite team. I think there's other teams that are better, but it will be interesting to see how he uses it. Looking at it though, its Trick Room options aren't spectacular. Torkoal's actually really good.
Torkoal Dusknoir isn't bad, you know.
But outside of that, you have absolutely nothing else that wants to be in Trick Room. I mean, everything else is 80 base speed or above, right? So most of the time, you're probably going to be wanting to see this team, and it's probably not going to want to be in Trick Room, which I think is going to be kind of a theme for the rest of the time, just talking about Trick Room and that some of these mons maybe aren't best set up for it, but he has options, but they're limited.
He can stop it as well, so you gotta just... But like setting up Trick Room against him is a risk because Torkoal is very slow and hits like a truck in Sun.
Have to run that Iron Ball.
Yeah, you really do threaten things away from Trick Room with Torkoal there. So like unless you have like a strong ground or water type that works in Trick Room, you really don't want to click it against him because Torkoal will punish you.
Yeah.
So Huh? What was that?
Ayo, pause.
But yeah, overall decent team. He wanted Whimsicott, but went with Sun as the secondary option once he got his draft pick moved. Which I'm glad he went Venusaur over Charizard. I think Venusaur offers a little bit more versatility. So,
dude, I do like this team overall. Has the Leafeon, so gotta respect it. Back to back.
I mean, Chlorophyll Leafeon. It do be fast.
Very fast.
So.
It's a good team. I do like it. The counter's strong. What water types really well, so obviously, Lapras is could struggle, but hopefully not. I feel like after Gummy, we can move on to our second new coach, Swamp, the Moss Deep City Mudkips.
Has what base attack stat with
Too much.
It has a 120 attack stat with adaptability, which is not to be taken lightly for sure. And also hyper cutter if you get an intimidate option, like intimidate threat. Golurk has like no guard, dynamic punch, poltergeist. Shinotic has spores and Trick Room. I feel like people sleep on Shinotic. It does get spore. Pangoro covers his ghost weakness a bit. So does Drampa with the immunity. I think that's why he took it. And free agent, that was a transaction. Purloin, underrated prankster mon in C tier, I guess. It's like you run Sash and you get good options. I think we forgot about what the hell's the evolved form of Purloin. I think that's another prankster mon. Lipard. I think that line gets like prankster weather as well, so that helps you in weather matchups.
We can't forget about the best Trick Room mon ever, Shuckle.
At 5 speed, bro. I mean, Shuckle's got some shenanigans, so.
Can't fuck with Shuckle.
Max that motherfucker right there.
Shuckle's got some shenanigans they can run. Very niche in certain matchups, so with power split and other things, so very cool. Overall, that's probably the best Trick Room team, I would say.
Yeah, He's down.
It's giving me major Mac vibes from a season or two ago. Mac had
100%.
Unbelievable team.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm very excited to see what our two of our new coaches do. Like, kind of know what some people do. Like Quartz will run some funky stuff. Like for example, might go full offense and forget that he's allergic to steel types. Like he did last season. I want to see what Swamp and your boy have to offer, because we don't really know what their like play style is like, what to expect. So it's always nice for new coaches to come in and for us to have to figure them out and read them out through the first few weeks. So week 1 and 2, especially, are going to be very, very interesting. I'm going to be watching the games very closely anyway.
It's very tough if you pull one of the new coaches early on, because you just don't know what they're going to do. Very good point. We can go into Quartz. Speaking of Quartz and his weird shenanigans that he usually does, his team is next. Quartz had a bit of an odd draft. It was kind of lower tiers first, and then kind of focused on some stuff. He did get Togetic, and as we know, Togetic does win championships.
Togetic wins championships for real.
So
decorated Pokemon by a good bit. Actually, no, not anymore.
Yeah,
it has constantly creeping up on it, but Togetic is still number 1.
It has won more seasons than it has lost. So
this thing was a C tier, wasn't
it? The first season it won, it was a C tier, and people realized, maybe that thing shouldn't be in C tier.
So now it's an A tier.
Yeah, now it is an A tier, especially in the limited redirection this format has. Togetic definitely jumps up a bit, especially with its accolades. It's a threat, man. I like Charizard G-Max. is an underrated option on this team. Obviously, it doesn't get solar power, but I mean, this team doesn't. You don't like. It's still a good damage option. Like Life Orb, Charizard, it hits like a truck, man, and that residual damage really, it's not to be messed around with. I'm excited to see someone else use Corviknight.
Other than Mystery.
Yeah, I wonder how he supports it.
Classic Corviknight T-Tear.
Yeah, it does lack a little offensive pressure, but we'll see what he does with it. I'm very intrigued.
It's still good. It gets rid of screens, which is bad news for me.
He has a very large electric weakness, but he did take Manectric with Lightning Rod.
So it's a bit of he also has a tiny bit of a fire weakness as well, despite having Sun. Like.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have Sun, so.
It's not true. Oh my god, I forgot that we got rid of that.
Yeah, it doesn't. Well, no.
Not got rid of. It's solar power, I know.
And it doesn't set Sun with G-Max.
In my head, it set Sun. I was like, fuck.
So
it's a bit weaker.
Yeah.
A bit weaker, but Life Orb, G-Max, Wildfire do be hitting. Como will be interesting.
On its face, it's not gonna like it.
Yeah, Rock and Electric. This team does not like Rock and Electric. I'm excited to see Como. I feel like we haven't.
No one's really used.
I feel like no one's ever used Como, so that'll be fun. Redirection with Togetic and like a Clangorous Soul or whatever its setup move is. Like it's like Omni Boost, right? Yeah. That's kind of busted.
That is why I love.
And then he's got kind of bulky Trick Room options through his B tiers. Like all kind of slow, all kind of just decent Trick Room options. And I think Manectric really helps the team with Lightning Rod. It was a good pick and see.
Very good pick. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a Quartz team, and he will pull out so many surprises that we won't even like. We're not even going to scratch the surface of what he could do with this team because Quartz.
You could say the most. The most outlandish stuff, and Quartz go, "Oh, no, that's basic, man." You can't even predict anything on this team.
Just don't sleep on it, and don't sleep on Quartz, man. He always brings my favorite teams throughout the year. He always surprises me.
Just does it different.
Excited to see what he does with it. And now, this team, once again, this is a theme with Mal. I just don't understand. Like, Mal it's great offensively, but where are the synergies in this team? Can someone point me out the synergies in Mal's team?
It looks a bit all over the place, but don't really know. Like,
so if you look at when.
Exactly my point.
When
it is scary. Max Prim. Wait, what the hell happened with Quartz's team? What are you doing, Lex?
What happened? What do you think you always do?
You deleted something.
Yeah, because look at it was before. Look at it was before.
It wasn't Umbreon.
I know, but look at what that's what Kevin did.
No, technical difficulties.
Oh, I was fixing it. Yeah, it's because Kevin always does that.
I did fix it. You just had to refresh your page.
You're a bitch.
Oh my god. Whatever. Moving on. Yeah, like Max Primarina. I was between Dracozolt and Durant. I just like Durant's speed a little better. But Hustle Dracozolt, man. That thing hits like a truck.
Yeah. Hustle's gonna be a big theme this season, I feel like. With you and
I just think Mal lacks speed control. Very much so.
Yeah, like Weavile has fake out. Yeah. Serena stops priorities.
Like Weavile's fast but frail.
What's his support mon though? That's the real question here.
Cottony's coming every week, man.
Cottony has to come every week.
I mean, find something with like a double hit move and it's gone. It's dead. Anything with residual damage, it's gone. Like it's just I don't know.
The only thing I can see is being difficult is prep because you don't know what his max mon's gonna be because he has so many options, like so many dangerous things, and the typing of his mons are very different. So like
I'm not gonna.
your answer to his team might be a little hard to come by, but
I'm not gonna lie.
I do agree the support and speed control is lacking.
I play him first. Like we can say this, but I play him first week, and I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do against this team. I have no idea.
I mean, you have Lightning Rod, but like, I mean,
I don't really know what to do. Like it's so like obviously Mel probably has a plan in some way, shape, form. I'm just looking at this team. I'm just sort of where do you even start like with this team?
Yeah, it's such an odd team that like it could work, but I also don't know how it's gonna work.
It gets its Fairy Dragon Steel core and it gets Fire Water, like it gets all the cores in, but it's like I don't really know what to do. Like
it feels like just like a roster, not a team.
Yeah.
Like it's so hard to explain. I'm excited to see what he does with it though. I think it has some big threats. Maybe a transaction or two for support.
Like I do like Passimian. I do like Passimian. No, I can't speak. Passimian. I think it's
the cinnamon.
Synonyms. I do like synonyms.
And an anemone.
Anemone. No, Defiant obviously is good. What's his other ability? I can't even remember. It's
Receiver. Justin's favorite ability.
Yeah.
Got him.
I feel like that it is good.
Funny.
Like
Funny.
I find that so funny. I do like it just in general. It has a few good things. Like gets quick guard. I don't think it gets wide guard off the top of my head.
I feel like anyone that's tried to use Passimian in this league has like not been able to use it.
Yeah.
But like it has good stats and Defiant. Don't be dropping its stats, man. Don't be doing it. You will regret it.
No, I like this team, but I'm just kind of struggling where it's going.
Yeah, 100%. I think we can all agree on that. All right, I think we can move on. Final 4 teams. We have a second sort of Trick Room team.
Yeah.
I mean, indeed,
more diverse though.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed, I like the diversity. I think Indeedee female is the best support Pokemon in the draft for sure. Like Psychic Terrain, Follow Me, Helping Hand, and shit. Like that Psychic Terrain support without like priority and redirection is just very underrated. Of course, we're allowing Tutor Move, so both of these mons will get Expanding Force. He's got Terrain, so he can run Unburden Hawlucha. I think that's a good synergy. Salazzle's good Fake Out, a good quick Fake Out mon. I mean, Fake Out's always tough in Psychic Terrain, but obviously you just play around, like you don't put them two together.
DD Luchado is a great combination.
Oh, he also has Electric Terrain as well, so you could run Electric Seed or Psychic Seed on Hawlucha, depending on the matchup. I guess Sheer Force Steelix is a Trick Room option. Maractus is interesting because, I mean, you want to run like Storm Drain, I guess, and his only thing really weak to... He's got like Salazzle, Steelix, like nothing else is really weak to water, so... Overall, solid, solid like two-way... It's a good two-way team. I like the diversity. Just gonna be... See what he does with it. See if we get... We're throwing it back to early Sword and Shield days, and Riolu was... Riolu ran early Sword and Shield days, so...
Our Season 1, Riolu finished league top. Barely losing to Ryder. He lost to Ryder in semifinals, did he? Or was it finals?
No. I lost to Mac in semis, and Riolu lost to Ryder in semis, and then Ryder won everything.
Riolu was built different back in the day. We're back.
He had a nasty team back in the day. His draft was filthy. He had the G-Max Charizard, so don't sleep on the G-Max
I do like
Charizard.
the Kingler then in bomb tier as well. I know.
Yeah, good offensive C tier.
It kind of goes to show, like, he did Radical Red season, like, just before, and Kingler was S tier, wasn't it?
Well, G-Max. Well, we had G-Max Kingler. That not normal Kingler.
Yeah, but
just
but
G-Max
still,
Kingler.
like, going from a C tier to an S tier in just from a slightly different format. That's kind of funny. I find it funny. No, I do like this team. I am low-key scared. I won't lie. I am low-key scared. Because Indeedee Hatterene's always a problem, and Indeedee Luch is always a problem. Sticks Lazo in there. It's gonna be a bit difficult, but we'll try. I'm sure Riolu has his plans out, and I'm sure that we'll see Riolu of old. To be fair, Riolu has been good last few seasons. He had that 1 or 2 season blip.
Yeah.
Ever since.
A little bit of a bounce back. for
Yeah,
Riolu after the
it's
blue.
also it's like Dynamax's now bag, so I feel like it'll definitely work more in his favor as well. Because it's a little bit at least in my opinion, it's a little bit easier. You pick something to max, and then you just base your team around that. So.
That's not good for Riolu's team. Do you guys have anything to say? We can move on to the next one. Fair enough.
Yeah, the next one is we got Griffin's team. Colossal G Max making its return.
I'm very glad he got Sneasel to pair with it. Sneasel and Colossal is a solid combination. That inner focus surf support. So Sneasel, you can't fake out the Sneasel to stop the surf proc on the Colossal. So really good support there.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be hard to stop anything that thing wants to do. But yeah, and then you have Gastrodon Storm Drain, right?
Yeah. It is.
So,
bulky boy in Trick Room with Yawn support is really valuable.
And then you have Jellicent and Goodra, Oranguru staple, of course.
6 years in a row. 6 years in a row, this man has drafted the Oranguru.
Seasons, not years, seasons.
I don't even know what Oranguru does because no one's ever got a chance to use it other than him. I don't know. I do like the Goodra pick pairing with Gastrodon and Jellicent. Sap Sipper things I love to see.
Oranguru is inner focus. It gets inner focus, so you can't fake it out, which is good when you're setting up Trick Room. And Instruct is always a neat tech for certain things. You can't instruct max moves, I don't think, but you can like what I was saying earlier. Obviously, it doesn't work in this format, but an interesting idea for the current meta would be like an Oranguru team with Calyrex Ice Rider, so you could like instruct and just Glacial Lands twice in a row.
Yeah, you and Ryder
obviously
were talking about that before, and I was falling asleep, so I don't really remember what we were talking about.
Yeah,
it was like 6 a.m. for me, and I was falling asleep, so I was never good at
yeah. So like this man could get up Trick Room next to like Jellicent, and could like instruct Water Spout twice in a row, like something crazy like that. Like Instruct is really cool. But I love the Goodra pick. I think bulky Goodra and Dynamax is really good. I think underrated mon in A tier. I was really considering it. But I wanted my A tiers shifted in a little different direction where I probably would have taken it. The Gastrodon Jellicent is interesting. I feel like he doesn't need both of them, but we shall see what he does with it. I wonder if he's got the fast Colossal option, and then also just he can run slow. He's got a good Trick Room team as well, so cool. It'd be cool to see what he does with the boys.
Very dynamic team overall. Like I feel like this could be a season where Griffin makes a push. I feel like
he's always like right on the edge, right? So we'll see if he can. It's a good drafted team, so if he uses it well, could definitely push him higher up in the standings.
I really like it. I really like the team. I agree. Very well put together. Griffin always has well put together teams. Like we saw last season. Was it last season, season before that you ran the electric terrain?
The Tapu.
That was two
Lucho,
seasons.
the Coco Lucho.
2 seasons ago. The team that Eli infamously hated. But
Speaking of well put together teams, I love this next team we're about to talk about.
Old Germathy.
Anthony.
I feel like Jerem really was on his shit this draft after notoriously drafting 3 fairies in a row in the one season.
But boy is not weak to fucking steel types anymore.
Yeah, definitely not.
Now his only steel type is Vulpix Alola, so
Togekiss.
Or not steel type, the fairy. Oops.
Oh, and Togekiss, mate.
You know what? I'm just gonna
He's got Excadrill, Togekiss, which are 2 of the most meta friggin' Pokemon from this format, man. Togekiss with redirection and even Max with crit Togekiss, so good. And he got Hippo, Excadrill for Sand Shenanigans.
Back to season 2 when he had Sand. He had Sand season 2, and he was really good.
Very true. Hitmontop is a good fake out intimidate mon, very underrated. Seen in a lot of formats previous to Sword and Shield. People were using it in Worlds, like when Sun and Moon was a thing. I know it was on a lot of teams. An underrated pick is Flapple G-Max. That's another hustle.
I mean, it
hustle
starts
Pokemon.
snowing and it dies, but overall, I do like it. Like,
very true.
I remember back.
The team is a little ice weak.
If I remember, wasn't it A-Drive back in the day that ran a Flapple G-Max team in the whatever it's called, the WBE?
I don't know if he had it. I don't remember.
Maybe that was for singles. It might have been singles, but he definitely had Flapple G-Max. I remember that.
Oh yeah, it was singles WB 100%.
Flapple G-Max. I remember that team. Minnesota Vikings. Love to see.
Shout out WB. Rest in peace, WB.
We did it before them. Copied us.
Oh man, they did copy our doubles.
Saw how successful the podcast was going, even though it wasn't existing at that point. But I do love Jerem's team.
But yeah, Jerem really focused on getting a good draft. I really like it.
Compared to when he was weak to steel, he might be weak to ice this year, but I feel like he'll be able to deal well with it. Ice types are less common than good steel types. Like steel, steel types hit hard, and last season he kind of.
He's got a Rapidash and an Excadrill and a Hitmontop to deal with ice. So like ice types don't want that fighting move. They don't want that steel spike.
Yeah. I feel like Jerem's gonna do pretty decent this season. Like I'm looking at all these teams, and I can't say like, any team is bad per se. Like every team has its strengths. Like there's no outlying massive weaknesses to much teams.
Which we're used to saying because the last couple of formats we have had a big expanded decks, but like we weren't expecting this strength of squads with the restricted decks that we're having here. So very proud of the boys.
I was expecting to see some holes in some teams, but right now it's like a well put together blanket over everyone. It's nice, well knitted, put together. Like
even Mao's team, who we said we didn't really know what it was like the synergies or what it was going to do.
It has so much good max.
You looked at it.
So much good max mods.
Yeah, you looked at your matchup for week 1 and were like, "What do I do?"
This thing can max with anything, and it can and probably will destroy me. Like it's gonna be difficult, like all around.
Yeah.
Oh, I like Jerem's team, but we can move on to our final team. In my opinion, this could be my favorite team. This could be
interesting.
Like, first.
So my opinion on this team is that beat up Whimsicott into Lucario Mudsdale is a wasted move on Whimsicott.
Ooh.
I don't know. I feel like putting beat up on Whimsicott every week for that scenario could really hinder his team. And it's so obvious at this point.
I had Whimsicott Mudsdale last season, and I think I used it once, if that. Like, there's a lot more you can do than just that. Like, I know it's obvious. Just the general redirection sort of shenanigans. Tailwind with Chandelure.
What redirection shenanigans?
I said redirection off the top of my head, but like, Whimsicott being able to use Tailwind Chandelure, that's gonna hit extremely hard.
Oh yeah, that is definitely gonna hit really hard.
Also, one thing I noticed, why is Pikachu a C tier?
Pikachu.
Last season it was a B tier. I drafted in B tier last season. But obviously
Did you?
I realized, I was like, wait a second, why is Pikachu B tier or C tier?
Hey, all I'm saying is there was ample opportunities to
it's our mistake because nobody can do about it. He's in C tier now, but not fair play. Like Will got a fucking steal in C tier Pikachu. I loved it last season. Gets a fake out. Come on, fight.
Yeah.
Great and
I mean, his C tiers. I do rate his C tiers more than other people's. Intimidate, Quillfish, Xatu with Tailwind, Trick Room, and Pikachu with Sash or Light Ball. We've seen Light Ball Pikachu do some tings.
I feel like that's
underrated pick here. I feel like this is the first time we'll get to see Sojourner. Yeah, it's the first time we're really gonna see it. It's gonna be really cool. Power Spot is a very underrated. It's like a free helping hand without clicking anything, which is really cool. And it's got 100 HP, 125 attack, and 135 defense. The issue is it has 20 special defense. But, you know, it's fine, man. It's fine. Who needs special defense?
Gets hit with a bubble beam from a Squirtle instead.
That's very. Who needs special defense? You know. Whimsicott gets light screen.
Yeah, it's fine. It might live it.
Assault vest is a thing, you know.
Yeah,
You're
I feel like
good. You're
we'll be
good.
fine.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to playing this team though. Overall, not looking forward to it.
I'm not looking forward.
I just like it because,
But-
well, Whimsicott mostly I had last season and Pikachu. Overall, I just feel like it looks one-dimensional from like cover of the whole thing, but I feel like Will can do a lot with this team.
Oh yeah, I don't underestimate Will's ability to build really cool teams. I just when you look at it, it just screams beat up, and I don't know if anything else who gets beat up on this team other than Whimsicott. Anyone? I don't know. I don't know if Obstagoon or like a Selgor or anyone gets it. So
I'll actually double check. I've beat up here right now.
yeah, I don't know. So like, Lucario's only good ability is justified, isn't it? What the hell does Lucario get? Inner focus. I mean, inner focus is alright. You can't get flinched or anything.
No, it is just the Whimsicott, but I do like this team.
Yeah,
I do like it.
we can't sleep on Horse, man. Horse be doing things in this
Horse
league.
do be doing a lot in this league. Horse made it what two championships at this stage? Maybe 3? 2.
Who else? Who's had it? Quartz had it. Didn't bring it to the championship, but he had it.
Running for MVP that season.
It was up there.
Of course, it's Celesteela because.
Yes, because.
Yeah, honestly,
that's
Celesteela.
Screw it, Cinnamon. I'm so glad Celesteela is in this season.
If Celesteela is in the season now, might genuinely just go and play Pokemon Radical Red.
Yeah, I mean, if it was in the season, Wax, you probably should have taken the first draft choice.
If it was in it, I would have done it. Like straight up, I would have done it. Drafted right 2 seconds and been like, okay, that's game over. Right. See you guys later.
Yeah.
See you guys later. So, well, that's every team. Even the comments who you think's gonna win this season.
Top 3 teams. Top 3 teams from each of you. Go.
Top 3.
I'm going.
Who are your top 3 teams?
Me, myself, and I. Does that count?
No.
I'm going.
And you can't include yourself. Don't include yourself.
Okay.
Give shouts
Shout out
out.
to people. Who do I like here? I know Kev is gonna say your boy because of this Fubat alone. That's one pick. I'm not gonna lie. That's the only reason he's picking it. I'm gonna give a first shout out to your boy. I do like his team overall. Grimstar Blastoise left. Nothing else. Like Riolu's team a lot, and like Germ's team. I say them 3. Like them 3 a lot.
I think I'm gonna have to go for. I like Will's team a lot. I think Will's team can do a lot of different things. I want to see what Swamp does with the full trick room. And then I would say probably Wax. That team is fucking deadly.
My top 3, I'm gonna go Wex. I think Mac has a sleeper team.
Who wants to face that?
And my 3rd will be Germ, I think. Germ or Swamp, I'd give my next spot to. But I'm gonna go Germ. I think those are my top 3. But yeah, I think it was a solid draft. Went very well, and I think we're all happy with our teams. Especially fucking Wax, dude. Fuck you.
Everyone just went so smoothly for me. I don't know why. Just a very chill draft.
We should have banned G-Max Lapras!
I mean, it was there at 3. You know, Will and Riolu could have stopped me, but they didn't. So, jeez.
We've had a couple seasons off of G-Max Lapras, and I'm still.
And then I end up with it. Reigning, defending, undisputed world champions. That's really fun. End up with it. Reigning, defending, undisputed world champions.
Justin, this dude just copies you, bro. He copied your Whimsicott. He copied your G-Max Lapras.
Listen, it's a good strat. I mean, I'm not opposed to people who want to copycat. You know, I mean, it's the highest form of flattery.
If you can't beat him,
I think
I've been in this league for too long, and you know what they say: if you can't beat him, join him.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, apparently
Imitation is flattery.
imitation is.
So.
You kind of both copied each other with these bulky water types and lightning rod support.
Hey,
Listen,
we
no,
both-
it's good.
we both have Meowstic as
It's
well.
good. Oh boy.
You know what they say? Toxic minds think alike.
Like or sync alike.
So what is
I'm not gonna lie, just I'm looking up over teams. Yeah, we kind of did just like dressing.
You even both have dug
We
trios.
both have the trios. We both have Meowstic. We both have Pikachu clones. We both bulky water types. Both decently strong.
Toxic.
Decently strong. Dragons with Turtonair and Duraludon. Like.
I think I'm really looking as a flying type. That's it.
Y'all read the same cheat sheet.
Yeah, maybe.
What do you know while we get up in your spare time?
Don't tell me.
Anyway, to end off this podcast, we have one final debate. So, if you were tuned into our last podcast, you'll know that when Kev left, me and Justin had a lovely conversation. So, we're bringing back the sequel. Blondes or brunettes? Please, the floor.
The only correct answer is brunettes. I'm sorry.
Oh
Justin.
my fucking god, the slander again. Dude, I mean, I literally... Okay, so here's the thing. All of the hottest girls in the world, blondes.
That's cap.
Guaranteed. No, it's facts. It's facts. What's Margot Robbie?
Give me,
What's Margot Robbie?
give
What's Margot
me,
Robbie's
give me Madison Beer. Give me Megan Fox. Give me,
Kate Upton.
Wait, you really said Megan Fox? That girl is fucking demonic. Have you seen what she's doing with Machine Gun Kelly?
that's fine.
She likes to get pissed on her chest. I don't know if I'm down with that.
You just haven't. You're just closed-minded. That's all, bro.
No, I just shame people with weird fetishes.
He's like, hey, yo.
There's no kink
No.
shaming in this
King
podcast.
Shaming podcast.
Except from me. I will shame everybody. I don't care. It's called equality. If you don't like it, you can fucking suck a cock. Anyway, just to top everything off though, speaking of kink shaming, Low Punny is actually a blonde. So
Not wrong. It's not
I mean,
wrong.
I think that just ends any sort of debate that there could ever possibly be. So I don't know what else you have up your sleeve, but I mean it's really no contest. Madeline Klein, Karina Koff. I could keep going on.
I would
it's
say like as a general thing, like I've
it'd be fun,
like
bro.
I find Nets more attractive personally, but
Thank you.
but I don't know
Oh
why I always
God.
end up with blondes. So I think blondes.
Oh, it's almost like blondes are better.
Let's do it best. Like
I mean, they do say dumb blonde is like a thing. You know,
I mean,
they are
What does that have to
pretty.
do with looks? What does that have to do with looks?
I mean, purely on. I feel like the personality and it matters a bit. It matters a bit.
Really into it. Chris Hemsworth, blonde. Fucking
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds, I win. I win. So
Justin Clarkson.
no, because you just no. Justin
that dude's
blonde.
that dude is ugly as.
He gets way more bitches than
The
you.
only thing I'd say
I
about
don't
Justin
want
Clarkson
to.
is he doesn't know how to play tic-tac-toe. He's like
Bro, that dude Sam Wallace, he pulls all bitches. Brunette.
he is a brunette, but he does just get with blondes. So I mean,
Exactly, because blondes are better. You can't help being brunette.
we have
But you
we
can
have
always
to debate.
help being
Kev Jam is pretty hot. Kevin Miller.
Kev Jam do get the ladies going, bro. Once
Kev
once
isn't
the hands start moving like
Game
that,
over.
bro.
It's game over.
Kevin isn't blonde though. That's the thing. And also, if you want to get real into it, I mean, he like half counts at this point, right? 'Cause that shit's going.
Wait, what'd you say? I actually missed what you said. I'm very sad.
Hey guys, thank you guys for tuning in to this episode of the NDA Podcast. This is season 6, episode 1. Thank you, Kev. Thank you, Wex, for joining me today. Hopefully, you guys have a great season. If you're still tuning in and listening, thank you so much. And any final remarks?
Comment why brunettes are better in the comments.
No.
Madison Beer, I'm still single and waiting for you.
You'll be waiting forever. Have
Yeah,
fun.
I will be. It's alright.
Comment below who you think's gonna win the season. And comment why you think it's not gonna be Kev.
And why it's not
It's
Lex.
not Anyway, yeah, it's been good.
I'm just saying, no one's ever repeat back-to-back seasons.
Until this
So.
season. Back-to-back champs incoming.
Stop.
Wait, hold on. Do we know a start date for?
Stop the cat. Well, hopefully Monday will be the start of week one.
So it's
at
at June
6th of
6th. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you guys for joining me today. And yeah, I guess we will see you guys
Hopefully next week.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully we keep this up.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Guys, have a good one.
Peace.